Thanks so much, Mattia. We're really glad to be here. Hi, everyone. My name is Aimee Rinehart. I'm the program manager for the local AI initiative at the Associated Press.
And I'm Ernest, the AI product manager on the initiative.
So we're carrying out a Knight Foundation grant that seeks to shrink the growing AI usage gap between national and local newsrooms. Our work is over 2 years, and we're now in our second year. To help you understand how to get started with AI as a small newsroom, we'll provide an overview of the research we conducted last year. So we began by conducting a national survey in the United States. We had a strong mix of respondents across all formats. On the pie chart here, print is blue and comprises half of the participants, radio is orange, TV is green, and digital is purple. Nearly 200 local newsrooms participated in the online survey, and we also conducted 25 in-depth interviews with news leaders. We collected significant insights about the overall technology landscape in U.S. local newsrooms, and we shared this in a report. Now, we often refer to this report as groundbreaking because all previous reports on AI address large national and international newsrooms which have capacity to experiment. This report is the first glimpse of what is happening with technology in the local news landscape.
And so let's take a look now at the key research takeaways. We asked news managers what they would like to automate in their newsrooms. Here are the top 10 items on the automation wish list. The bars represent how many times an automation was requested. The colors, again, are blue for print, orange for radio, green for TV, and purple for digital. Now, topping the list is transcription, which is voice to text. Social media content creation, automated writing follow. Now, the fact transcription is first tells an important story. As you probably know, there are many commercially available transcription tools. The journalists we encounter were often so busy, they didn't have time to explore the transcription options. And so even if they did, some of those people didn't have the technical skills to implement it into their workflow. Additionally, we identified cost as a potential barrier to adoption. Now, this all boils down to our bottom line. It requires a combination of staff, money, and time for smaller local newsrooms to successfully adopt AI-based technologies. Now, for some local newsrooms, they do lack all three.
So our report also includes key takeaways for each link in what we call the news value chain. A newsroom's process can be organized by these 4 sections of news gathering, production, distribution, and business operations. Starting with news gathering, news leaders said that a tool like transcription, which uses AI, could reduce staff workloads. Automated alerts for when a page is updated online would also be helpful for journalists who sift through government websites for updates on their beat. Using AI for social media monitoring could also reduce the endless group, page, and handle sifting that takes place now in local newsrooms.
And moving on to production, using tools that generate, optimize, and schedule social media posts could prove to be big time savers. For print newsrooms, automated page layouts would be welcomed, especially on the tiny text areas of the paper like sports agate, commodities trading, and bankruptcy filings. And staying with production, automated writing applications, sometimes called natural language generation, can handle simple stories like high school sports briefs and weather reports. Tools that can suggest photos, videos, and audio to accompany text-based stories are also seen by local newsrooms as time savers.
So moving on to distribution, local news leaders said they'd like to personalize the news experience, including news, content, and advertising. Local newsrooms also would like to adopt content moderation systems to automate some audience feedback. The last link in the news value chain is business operations. Local news leaders said they want a better CRM and even chatbots to handle subscriber and member service issues. Advertiser piloted ad design and even placement was also requested by news leaders who want to expedite the ad design process and give more creative control, but not final say, to advertisers. Tools that increase subscription, and for nonprofit newsrooms, this means memberships and donations as well, were also requested in the survey.
Now, based on the knowledge gaps identified in our research, we created a 6-unit online course. We had 6 live 1-hour sessions. There were 5 additional hours of tutorials and software demonstrations. And the course was taken by over 100 U.S. local newsrooms. A condensed version of our course series is available at ai.ap.org.
So we hope your time at the Journalism Festival has revealed so far that learning about AI and understanding how it might help your newsroom is achievable. Here are our recommendations for learning more about AI. To start, and this is more than just self-indulgence, I promise, take a look at our report to see how other smaller local newsrooms are contending with tools that include AI and automation. You also want to spend time to learn about AI with your colleagues. You can help each other understand the topics and identify ways to make it work in your newsroom. And there are many tools out there that make big claims. Just like other sources, you need to interrogate those claims. If you get replies filled with jargon, ask for an explanation. You're not the one who's missing something. You have questions and they deserve answers. And lastly, you want to test drive that system. If that's not on offer from a vendor, move on to a provider, to someone that will provide you access to test out the tool. I don't understand how a tool works until I actually use it. So you deserve that too.
So where does automation and AI fit into your newsroom? So once again, we'll bring back the news value chain. It's helpful to review technology this way because you want to separate things out by news gathering, production, distribution, business operations. So using that, the Associated Press has developed the local AI usage framework using the findings from our research. At the center of it all is targeting repetitive tasks, identifying tedious tasks across all links of the news value chain. Then going clockwise in this image, take an inventory of staff skills. Any new tool must be able to be supported by your staff. We recommend that you understand what precautions are in place to protect data, such as making sure AI doesn't accidentally reveal something about a confidential source. Next, it's important to set limits in what you want a tool to do. You'll want to see if humans have the final say in what's published. And finally, you'll want to uphold your news organization's values, and any AI use should align with that.
So in closing, we encourage you to define your needs by identifying repetitive tasks. It's really important to not automate a bad process. You want to think about your current process. Have you involved so many workarounds that maybe it's best to start over with seeing how the process might be improved overall? Do you have time and staff to commit to implementing and learning a new tool? Do you really need automation or AI? Lastly, it's good to go in with a long-term funding plan. If you use a third-party vendor to accomplish a task, that fee is not going to go away. Determine how you will support those costs. And now we'll turn the program back to you. What are your questions and how can we help?